right?
Yeah.
But it's actually doing it in form of an organized business. And now you can see I've got these agents, and if I go to my org chart, uh, my org charts has been updated, and the CEO is now managing these. So the reality
So,
is, it
yeah.
takes a while for me to give it access to for it to actually be able to do stuff. But
Yeah.
it actually created ads in my Google Ads because I gave it access to that. It created Google tags and implemented tags in Google Tag Manager so I could watch events because it needed those for the ads, and it implemented the events in the ads all on its own.
Huh.
Like it did this.
And how long have you how long has this been up and running? Like what are the results like? Are you getting I don't know if it's page visits, I don't know if it's, clicks, what is it? Whatever what are the metrics for success, and have you hit those yet?
So as far as the ads go themselves, I'm doing ads using YouTube, and we
Oh,
had there's a problem with our account on Google, and Google's agents were not able to resolve it. But I have my marketing guy on staff who is actually talking to Google this morning. So
okay.
hopefully that's all resolved, and we'll start getting those running through. But yeah, I was only able to implement the marketing in the past couple of days, so I don't really know yet. The blog posts have been getting views. The email, it's executing my email through Brevo, so which used to be called Send in Blue. Everything changes names now, but Bravo is our CRM, and it has set up campaigns. It has sent out emails. I'm getting responses. I'm actually getting kind of clicks to the website and leads, etc.,
Wow.
through those email campaigns. Yeah,
And how long ago did you launch that effort?
that was about a week ago. Yeah.
So squeeze me as a board member. What is it? What kind of operating budget do we need, and when should we expect some results?
So
When do we get our ROI?
that's a really good
I got
question. So
I got charities that are just, they're knocking on my door going, where are we at?
yeah,
Yeah.
so you can see it's used up 876,000 tokens,
Okay.
which is a lot. Right?
Yeah.
Like I've burnt through almost a million tokens just showing this off to you.
Yeah.
Um, and I've got, but my dashboard, and so I'm going to stop this because I don't want to spend too much money.
Yeah.
But it's got all of these different things. The CRO is defining the pricing. It's doing all this. It's like all these things have been happening. It's got here's how many agents are going. Here's how many tasks are in progress. Here's the activity in the last 14 days. Obviously, it's all been today. And you've got all this stuff just on your dashboard. But I got something in my inbox that needs my attention. Hire first branding expert. So I think it's going to say brand strategy and hiring plan. This is one of the problems I have with it and it's harder to view on like this small of a screen, but
Yeah.
as I go through here, like I can see what the roadmaps. It's already got that roadmap. It's gone through that. Okay, let's see where we are now. So CMO and CRO pick up their assigned tasks, and I'll monitor progress and unblock as needed. So it's actually going out, setting them up with stuff. But eventually, it wants me to set a budget on the monthly spend, and I don't want it. So, unlimited budget of there. I don't think so. Let's set up a budget.
And this is budget that so is paperclip is open source, right?
Yes,
Or so this is a budget of consumption of, like, we set up
tokens.
Claude,
Yeah,
huh? Yeah.
tokens. Yeah, essentially dollars.
Yeah.
Because I have subscriptions, it
Yeah.
thinks I'm not spending any money. But
Right.
I think they're working on a version where I can tell it, which tokens to spend.
But this, and again, I don't want to get off on a tangent, but
No,
this is the issue that's happening now.
Yeah.
There are multiple so I've got companies that are working on multiple platforms because they do different things, and they like, and I advocate for this, take things back and forth between
Yeah.
two models and cross check things and have
Right.
them, you've got Claude that I'm using more than ever with Claude. I I do a little bit in Claude Code, but mostly co-work
Yeah.
and chat. Um, and and then we're rolling it out to teams, right? And then there's sort of various business models, right? And there's all these tiers of, are you using the code tokens, or, and so it's gotten very, very complicated.
Yeah.
The only metric that's most visible is the dollar sign, and you got the CFO looking and saying, wait a minute, what just happened? Like, we just rolled this out, we spent a few grand to get everybody's seats, and we're bumping up against limits, or this guy's churning through 300 or 3,000 times as many tokens, or they don't think of tokens, it's dollars, right?
Right.
This guy. um, so in something like this, and there's that invisible layer of, I have a baseline subscription, and there's a certain amount of usage that's included with that seat or what have you,
Hmm.
but it's not unlimited. Some of it's easier to understand.
Yeah.
You hit your limit for the next, it refreshes in a couple hours, right?
Yeah.
But then there's the monthly limit, and oh,
Weekly limit. There's
right.
different.
Yeah.
Sometimes different models have different limits.
So this, in something like this, the concern I would have is, and I need a marketing company, right? It's the stuff we're not getting to because we're doing all the just taking care of existing clients. What's that?
We're in execution mode. Yeah.
Yeah, right. And so it'd be great to have a virtual company that could start to do all those things that have been nagging me, getting the word out, taking all of our great case studies and putting them, out into the wild.
Yeah.
But the question's going to be, I know what it would cost to hire a traditional small agency to help me do this.
Right.
What is the budget that I would need to run something like this? Any ideas?
So I was able to run my first month without blowing through. So I have $100 a month Claude plan. It's the max plan.
Yeah.
And then I have Google Gemini, but it's part of my whole Google Workspace account.
Right.
So
Right.
I'm only using like what's allocated on that. And then I use Grok, but I have it through, we have a verified X account. And so we get a certain amount of Grok usage through that. And I think I subscribe for like an extra $20 on top of it per month. So, realistically, you could use a fair amount of tokens, but like it would take you a while to spend $1,000 just to give you, like, you would have to be cranking and at the point, honestly, where I don't, it would be difficult for one person to be able to keep up with Paperclip, because that's the other downside of Paperclip for me.
Right.
It was going way too fast, and I couldn't tell it.
Yeah.
Like right now in our lemonade stand, it's done pretty much all this stuff. It's researching permits.
Wow. Yeah.
Right. It hasn't drafted all this stuff. Like, let me see if it's come up. So here it's come up with its ad, but it needs me to execute this ad, right? Because I haven't given it access to the website. Now I could tell it to go ahead,
right,
and do this, but it's
you want to keep it on a short leash probably for a little while.
Yeah, well, especially because I don't really want to get into the lemonade business.
Oh, Paul, I thought
I know.
I was all in.
I know. It was a tease. I apologize.
Well, the next.
So that's Paperclip. Now, what we've done is a little bit